Okay, here's where young people can get money when the bank turns you down. Man, you need money for school or whatever. You don't want to pay out these outrageous rates that they're charging on student loans or something, and you're looking for a decent rate. Well, here's a platform. Here's a place to do it. And what it does is collect maybe people in your network that could help you with the money. And they set up the rate, they handle all the nonsense that's involved in getting loans from people and whatever, put in one place. So, you have 10 people give you $100 a piece, you already have $1,000. And the website organizes anything and takes no price to do it because they're not sure what they're going to do. And now they just want to get people hooked up with people who have money to give at a nice rate. You set the rate. If you're looking for money, hey, I only want to pay 3%. The bank's making me pay 7%. So are there people around who want to make 3% of their money? I'll give them 3%. And now you have a platform to do that. And see, it's really aimed at young people. You need money for a training class or get a better job or something like that. Anything for young people. And that's what's so neat about it. It's either finding maybe people in your network, other investors are looking for 3-4% or 5% interest because the bank only gives them 1% interest. But if you go to get a loan from a bank, they'll give you 9% interest. More likely, they're not even going to give you a loan because you're too young. You don't have a history of employment and you don't have a lot of assets and everything. So that's why you can't get loans in the bank. They got these matrices or whatever it is that they decide. They don't care about you personally. But people in your network, how would you manage something like that? So you got one idiot on a website and a platform, figures all this out, makes it easy, and you plug and play and just have it done. So watch this interview, and not so much that maybe you may need a loan as a younger person or whatever, but you understand what the economy is doing in our country now, actually in the world, and how much easier and simplified things are. And we're getting down, to less complicated organizations and down to the level of individuals helping each other and just doing it through a little network or a website and everything, instead of going to some big conglomerate in New York City, who's taking all the money from thousands of people, putting it and paying all this overhead to a million people who got high salaries to give it at outrageous rates to somebody else. No. Now the person in the middle is not a bunch of bureaucrats sitting in a big ivory tower in New York City. It's just a website that charges nothing because they don't need much money to live on this stuff because they don't have all that overhead and things like that. That's why we're getting more personal. I think, talk about the internet becoming, making people less personal. No, because now I have money I'm lending that 100 people have lent me, and I know them more individually than some, green-eyed shade banker sitting in New York City doesn't give a damn about me. And I don't give a damn about him either. So watch this and start understanding where we're going, and you want to be on that wave because it's fun. Well, Eric Mayovsky of WeFinance.co, not .com, right? .co. Well, it's easier to spell for a guy like me who flunked English in college. But more importantly, man, you're getting money to young people who really probably can't get it anywhere else to do stuff in life. I mean, whether going back to school or increasing their education or paying off old education and stuff like that. And it's all just with a website. There's no big, dinosaur banker sitting at the end of some desk that you got to talk to get your money, huh?
Yeah. It's your network, and it's a crowdfunding platform, and all the great things that Kickstarter and these other platforms did for products, we're doing for lending, really getting people money at a better rate.
So if I want to take a trade school, go to paying $15,000 to go to one of these coding academies to learn to get $100,000 job, but man, I can't find the $15,000. So I could come to your site and fill out a form. And how long does it take to fill out that form?
5 to 10 minutes.
Wow, so in 10 minutes, and then I send them, I say, hey, who in my network's going to help me go to this thing? And I'll pay you back, and I'll give you 5% or whatever I decide to go. I set the rate, right?
Right. We'll help you if you want. A lot of folks ask us, hey, what's a fair rate given my situation? And we'll try and help, but it's your network and it's your choice.
Wow. So then I set the rate. So I'm only paying, I mean, the bank says I need to pay 12 and the credit card wants 20. so I could go and try for 5. So I have nothing to lose, really. I mean, if this doesn't work, then I go and talk to that bloody banker or the credit card or whoever the hell else is going to, sit there with a gun and a mask and get my money.
Yeah, there's really nothing to lose. It's a free service end to end, and just something where we're really getting people to benefit their friends and family and their network as well. People getting 1%, 0% in a savings instrument, feeling good about helping their somebody they know, and getting a return that's 4 to 10% typically.
Yeah, because I mean, you as a borrower, you're good for it, right? And so your people closer to you also know you're good for it. So, I mean, if they have extra money, what you're saying is that they can lend it for you and get twice the return or 3 times the return than they are normally at some other institution. Yeah.
That's exactly right.
So it's a win, 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 win. And all the fat cats are cut out. And what's amazing, you don't even pay percentages on the money there. I mean, I don't have to pay you anything.
No, you don't. So we're a company that's really about getting people out and getting the word out about what we're doing, and then in the future, as we increase our services, we can start to charge a very small fee, smaller than what you're going to get in the bank, but we're never going to go back and do that for our loans today. So looking at it today, it's really a win.
Exactly. Really so you're never going to go. Someday in the future, when you're good enough to gear up, I guess, to get millions of people. In the beginning, you're just willing to do it for free, so you learn the system, I guess, better.
Exactly, and the great thing about technology and the current state of things is it's very, very efficient for us to run. So it's not like we're taking a bath on it. It's just something
exactly.
Where, we really, and it's pretty cheap for us as well.
So you don't have the big bank building downtown with a staff in there 24/7. You just got your IT guy. Oh, that's wonderful. And we were talking before we went on, like, millennials are better credit risk than most other people. It's just that they don't have a record yet to prove it.
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of the traditional metrics just work exceptionally poorly. FICO doesn't look at where you went to school or even what kind of job you're going to have. It's really, do you have an income now, and have you borrowed money before and paid it back? And if you haven't yet, it's hard to get that first credit. So
would it be wise to try to pay off some of these student debts and reconsolidation kind of student loan stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Traditional student borrowers don't even have the worst of it. It's a lot worse, obviously, if you're doing a vocational program or something where you don't get those federally subsidized loans. But really for anybody, these are rates that are well above, savings rates that people are being offered. And if you can explain in a couple paragraphs, hey, this is why I have this debt and this is how I'm going to pay it back, then, we're a great way to consolidate, reduce it, and actually make it's not only cheaper, but it's going to be a lot easier to manage if you had multiple creditors, multiple loans, et cetera. Here you have a lot of lenders, but we do all the payments for you.
You got all the paperwork. So it just, you give them the bank account and it just goes out and it flies, and you dish it out, the little envelopes to everybody, or electronic envelopes, and everybody gets it in their bank on the first of the month. Right? and it seemed like on your site too, you're set up where people, if you're having trouble for a month, I mean, there's ways to work that out and things like that.
Having creditors who know you is going to be better for both sides. If you're really set up where you're going to try and pay it off, and that's obviously a big part of what we're doing. But if you get sick or you lose your job, your creditors are actually now going to be the best people to help you get that next job in a lot of cases, right? And if you have to defer payment for a month or two, your lenders have rights and there's a real contract behind it. But most of the time they're going to be willing to work out something that works for both sides.
Particularly if they're friends of you and not working for some guy who's headquartered in downtown Manhattan that doesn't care. So that's amazing. It's to me, anybody going out shopping for a loan anywhere, man, they could come to your site and in 10 minutes find out if this makes sense. Fill out the form and everything and start figuring it out.
That's right. And if it works, great. And if not, that's something that we can learn to make the product better, but it doesn't cost you anything.
Right. You go back to your plan A, whatever the hell that was, and pay twice as much. What the heck do you care? Oh, this is wonderful, Eric. And so we just go to wefinance.co. WeFinance, FINANCE.co. Thank you so much.
To every borrower, we make sure that people are comfortable with what's going on, and sharing it in your network is a new thing. People are kind of trained not to talk about debt, and that's how the banks keep all the savings, right?
Absolutely.
Keep all the money and all the profits out of it. So it's something where, we coach you through it. We have tools to help you learn how to talk to your friends and family about this. And
well, you're giving your friends an investment opportunity, right? And that's what really is. The same way if you had a new restaurant you were opening and looking for friends, hey, this is my life. Can you help me invest? And I'll repay you because I'm confident I'm going to succeed in life. Same thing. So whether it's a restaurant or a career or whatever, the friends are there to help you, and that's what's neat about crowdfunding, man. You get rid of those fat cats who don't care about people.
Exactly. And you get the wisdom of crowds, as they like to say, right? I'm only putting in 2% of the loan volume, and if other people read this and say, you know what, I don't think this person's a good risk, then the loan won't fund and I won't be on the hook for it, right? So it really is something where I can be safe as a lender, knowing that a lot of other people have to agree with me before it actually happens.
Right. Is there a all or nothing kind of thing?
So our borrowers typically set two numbers. There's a minimum that they have to hit to get the money, and then there's the maximum they're willing to take. So it's not like Kickstarter where you're selling a product. Obviously, you'll take as much money as you give you.
Keep it coming. Yeah.
But if you need $13,000 to go to a vocational program, you don't want $300,000, right? So we do give you an option to cut it off, so you're not on the hook for more than you want.
Yeah, all that money gets in the way, doesn't it, man? You have to figure it out. Well, that's wonderful. Well, it's so nice you're there and figuring out ways to get around these big things that were controlling our life called banks. And it's wefinance.co. Thank you again, Eric. Take care.
Great talking to you.
All right.